up guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Raina and I'm going to be teaching you guys today about how to shop for a healthy meal at a grocery store. You might be wondering, why would I need to do that? My grocery store is for getting my groceries to make healthy meals, to cook healthy meals, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's actually been a lot of times that I've wanted to do that, whether it be that I'm traveling and most of my options for food are either going to be fast food places, restaurants, or gas stations. Popping into a grocery store can be just as quick, just as easy, and you can get a lot better quality of a meal for around the same price and around the same time constraints as you'd be getting at any of these other places. You'll be getting more protein, you'll know more what's going into your food. So I'm gonna show you how to create a meal from what you can find in ready-to-go options at your grocery store. And we're gonna have 3 rules. So 1, the meal has to have a meal's amount of protein. We're not just gonna get a family-sized bag of chips and call it a day. We're looking for 20 to 30 grams of protein minimum. And for the second one, the meal has to have fruits and or vegetables. Very important. This is how I would make a meal when I'm making a meal for myself at home. So this is what I'm going to require for the grocery store meal. Number 3, the meal has to be $10 or less per serving. So that's about what you're going to be spending if you go to a fast food place. You're definitely going to be spending more than that if you're going to a grocery store. So I want the meal to be $10 or less per serving. The only reason I say per serving is I will try and get mostly single serve things for convenience factor in this video, but say I need to get a tub of hummus, I'm not going to use the whole tub of hummus in one meal, so I'm going to factor in price for the serving size that I'm using as well. Just covering my butt with that one, making things maybe a little bit easier on myself, but we're being realistic. So let's go in and we're going to see what we can find. I purposefully did not go to any sort of special health food store to find like healthier things easily. I'm going to H-E-B, which is comparable to most mainstream grocery stores. It's a mainstream grocery store here in southern and central Texas. So we're gonna check it out and let's see what we can find. Give this video a like and subscribe because going into your grocery store with a tripod and a camera is embarrassing. So doing this for you guys. I'll see you in there. Alrighty, looks like you're gonna be at the super flattering angle for the video. So I just got in here and we're first going to look at the produce section. So I always go for the produce section when I walk into a store and I want to get some quick little meal because there's a lot of like quick, easy grab things, maybe baby carrots and hummus. If we're looking for something like that, you can also just grab like some fruit, really easy. It's like already in its own packaging, but yeah, we're gonna look for something like that. Okay, so something that I would love to look for, maybe something like one of these like white flesh nectarines. I actually prefer nectarines over peaches because they're always softer. And I'm gonna go for something like this. Actually, just kidding. Because we're trying to go for price, the yellow nectarines are actually almost a full $1 cheaper per pound. So I'm gonna get one of those. Sorry, psych. These are actually so huge too. Look at this, holy cow. But I'm gonna get one of these guys. Gonna get a ripe one, a lot of fiber, a lot of nutrients. Okay. Soft yellow nectarine acquired at $2.78 per pound, not bad. You could also do an apple, that's another cheap option. You could do berries, there's not a cheap, but it depends on what you're looking for with the budget you have. One thing that I would say maybe don't sleep on too much is gonna be things like this like little snack tray. It's got grapes, eggs, cured Colby Jack cheese, and wheat crisps. So it's not gonna have a ton of veggies, so I would maybe supplement, make like a bag of carrots or some other sort of veggies with this, but we're looking at about 700 calories, 34 grams of protein. That's like a pretty complete meal for most people. Just in this little guy. Is it the most balanced? Maybe not, and it does have wheat crisps, so I'm gonna skip out as somebody that's gluten-free, but not a terrible option. I'd supplement with a little bit more veggies, like I said, but not terrible actually. I'm surprised. I also just passed the rotisserie chickens. I'm not gonna get that, and I wouldn't get that if I'm just shopping for a quick meal for one person, but if you're shopping for a quick meal for a couple people, I would highly recommend it. It's gonna be obviously pretty much just straight protein. Get that, some side dishes, boom, you got yourself a meal. You didn't have to do any cooking. You just got it right off the shelf, and they're usually not too bad. At Costco, you can get one for like $5, which is crazy, but normally they're gonna be about $7. Right now, I just made my way into the little like health section of the grocery store. I love to come here because every time I'm at the grocery store for like a little quick meal, I can't help but get a fun little beverage. So I usually will grab one of these like kombuchas. Not gonna do it today for the sake of saving costs, but normally I would. But the reason I came to this section is because there are going to be, first of all, a lot of like bulk snacky things. So depending on your calorie needs, maybe you want to get some trail mix, maybe you want to get like a protein bar. For me, I'm probably going to get something a little bit lighter with higher protein just because I don't need a ton of calories. But if you're like a 6'4" dude, 200 pounds, maybe you do. So I actually do think I'll pick up something while I'm here. I'm gonna get some healthy crackers because I think I'm gonna try and find a chicken salad type of thing. We're gonna get these guys, Simple Meals. They're gluten-free, so really like them. Yeah, okay, I'm actually in the canned section because I wanted to show you guys something. So a lot of grocery stores will have things like this, where it's gonna be like tuna already pre-done. This one has some crackers in there, which I'm gonna avoid just because, like I said, gluten-free. But you can also get ones like this, already seasoned tuna, and this is gonna have 80 calories and 14 grams of protein. So it's a good little like way to add some protein. Honestly, I might go with this. And I wouldn't recommend doing this every day just because doing canned fish every day, even fish every day, if you're not like really paying attention to sourcing, can have some heavy metals. So I'd not do it all the time, but a couple times a week, definitely not a problem. Some really nice lean protein. So I know this isn't everybody's thing and not everybody likes the flavor of canned tuna. If you don't, you could also look for a chicken salad or something like that at your grocery store. But for me, I'm gonna grab this. Boom. Now, one more thing that I want to look for is a yogurt cup to go with my fruit to also add some more protein. Okay, I just found Chobani Zero Sugar. For some reason, I thought this would be sweetened with something like aspartame or something like that. I'm actually super surprised to find it's just allulose, stevia, and monk fruit, which are like 3 of the like cleanest, most natural sweeteners. So that's really cool. 60 calories, 12 grams of protein, 0 sugar, not bad at all. And I think I'm gonna get it just because key lime pie flavored yogurt is super nostalgic to me. My mom used to love that, so I think I'll get this guy as a little like sweet part of it. I'm gonna look for one more thing just to like bulk up the meal a little bit, but we're getting pretty close to a pretty high protein good meal. Okay guys, so far I have tuna, crackers, yogurt, fruit. It's enough food, but I'm thinking I want something a little bit more like some veggies or something like that, something to kind of build out the meal a little bit more because right now it's kind of teetering on snack. So let's go ahead and get something like that. Okay, so upon looking over the vegetables, there's not anything great unless I just got bagged carrots, but I think a lot of people would be like, that's not super exciting. So what I'm gonna do instead is get a couple of green kiwis, very high in fiber, actually super nutritious fruits. So that's gonna kind of finish up what we got, and let's go check out. Alrighty, and just like that, we are donezo. I did it, and we ended up with the total being $10.42, which not bad at all considering I got this in that total, which has 4 servings per container. I don't really think it's 4 servings. I think it's more like 2 servings, especially if I'm gonna be having it for a meal. So we'll say 2 servings worth of this. So half the price would bring it to, the crackers were $4.48. So say we take off $2 off the total, that brings us to $8.42 for this meal. Not bad at all. We avoided doing things that are like quick convenience things that just have a bunch of nasty ingredients in them. I stuck to mostly whole foods. We also met our protein goal because each of these servings has 2 grams of protein, so that's 4 grams of protein. This has 12 grams of protein, brings us to a total of 16 so far. And this has 14 grams of protein, which brings us to a grand total of 30 grams of protein. Not bad at all for quick grab things. For $8.42, not bad at all. We've got some fiber with some fresh fruit, a big chunk of fresh fruit actually, and also a nice little sweet treat that we don't have a bunch of nasty artificial sweeteners in there, and we also don't have a ton of added sugars. The only sugars that are gonna be coming from this meal are going to be in our fruit, which are encased by fiber, nutrients, all that good stuff. Fruit's not bad for you. If somebody tells you it is, they don't know what they're talking about. I wanted to go through each ingredient that I got today with you so that you guys could have a truly detailed explanation of what was in each thing, as well as the price for each thing. So the first thing, we're looking at the garlic and herb seasoned chunk light tuna. The ingredients are tuna, water, garlic, chives, concentrated lemon juice, dill, salt, thyme flakes, and rosemary powder. It is 80 calories for 1 serving, which includes 14 grams of protein, no crazy fillers, nothing like that, good stuff. And the tuna came out to $1.28. Second, we got our kiwis. These were 58 cents each and came out to $1.16. Next, we have our yellow flesh nectarine. This came out to $2.78 for 0.82 pounds. That's a huge nectarine, almost a pound of nectarine. And this was $2.28. Next, we have our Chobani Zero Sugar. This came out to $1.22. It is 1 serving per container, 60 calories, and 12 grams of protein. And the ingredients are ultra-filtered non-fat milk, water, skim milk, allulose, and then contains 2% or less of natural flavors, tapioca flour, citrus fiber, sea salt, guar gum, stevia leaf extract, turmeric, vegetable juice concentrate for color, monk fruit extracts, and cultures. And lastly, we have our Simple Mills crackers. These came out to $4.48 for, again, I would say 2 servings for what I'm gonna eat, but technically it's 4 servings, 150 calories per serving, 2 grams of protein, and the ingredients are organic seed and seed flour blend with sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and flax seeds, organic cassava flour, organic tapioca starch, organic sunflower oil, sea salt, organic spice blend, basil, rosemary, oregano, white pepper, organic carrots, organic onion, organic rosemary extract for freshness, and organic garlic oil. And for anyone who's interested in the nutrition that will be included in this meal, I'll go ahead and include it. Like I always say, I don't count my calories, but I do think it's important to see if you are eating enough, especially if you're just grabbing some random bits and bobs from a grocery store. Maybe you want to see, is this actually a meal? Is this more like a snack? So that comes out to 680 calories with 30 grams of protein. So not bad at all. Definitely a full meal. Definitely enough calories for most people. Maybe you'll need a little less than this. Maybe you'll need a little more than this. For me, this is a good sized meal. Also, me for the future would like to add almost all of these items, except for the yogurt, are going to be shelf stable and do not need to be refrigerated. So a really great, easy, transportable lunch, as well as the fact that you don't need any cutlery or anything except for a spoon to eat your yogurt. And even then, I've seen people use this tin foil top to make a spoon out of their yogurt. So very travel friendly, very convenience friendly. So don't ever say you can't get a convenient meal for cheap, can't get a Whole Foods meal for cheap. You just gotta be a little bit more creative about it. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. A lot of people, maybe you forgot your lunch on the way to the office and you need to go get food during your lunch break. They're all a great option. Again, under $10. I'm just saying, try and find a meal with this many Whole Foods, this much protein, this much variety for $8.42 anywhere else, because I'm telling you, you won't be able to. So shop smart, do good for your body, and a lot can happen even if you don't have a ton of money or a ton of time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Like the video if it was helpful to you, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. I just ate that all for lunch. It's a lot of food, actually. That was more food than I thought it would be. Everything was good except for this. This was all right. I don't think I'm gonna finish it. If I did this again, I would get this in a different flavor. Also, this is lactose free, so gluten-free and lactose-free lunch for all of those that have IBS and or food intolerances. But everything besides this was a win. Highly recommend. Bye guys.